understand. Turn the pages and learn it once again. Kaiten, Kaiten, round and round and round.
Kaiten Sensei, Scene 5.
I think people are naturally curious about other people's lives, and students at school are no exception. My students love to see photos of my family, and they ask me many questions. There is one question that most of my students ask.
Billy, how did you meet your wife?
Here is what I tell them. How did I meet my wife? Oh, I met Shizuka in Toronto when she was studying English at a language school there. I was working part-time as a waiter in a coffee shop, and she used to come there often. I thought she was beautiful, and I wanted to go out with her. After seeing her a couple of times in the shop, I finally got the nerve to ask her out, and she said yes. And after dating for a few years, we got married.
That's so sweet.
Now, here is what really happened. Shizuka sometimes used to come into the coffee shop that I worked at. I fell in love at first sight, but every time I tried to talk to her, she ignored me. Oh, hi. Are you a student in Toronto?
Yes.
She went back to studying. There was a long silence. I felt so awkward, so I asked her another question. Great. And where are you from?
Japan.
Japan? Nice. I love Godzilla. Roar! And sushi. And Japanese rock gardens.
Really?
I didn't know what else to say because, to be honest, I have only seen the Hollywood-produced Godzilla movie. I ate sushi only once and didn't really like it. And although I like Japanese rock gardens, I know nothing about its history. So I knew I needed to ask her another question. Just one more question. Can I take your plate away?
Yes, of course.
That was the first time I felt like I really talked to her. That night, I thought of her lovely voice and our conversation. Can I take your plate away?
Yes, of course.
Can I take your plate away?
Yes, of course.
I remembered that day for many weeks. It was an event that happened 2 weeks later that finally led to our first date. Shizuka came to the coffee shop and ordered a coffee. I was bringing over her favorite drink, a double tall coffee mocha with double cream and chocolate and maple syrup on top. And just as I was about to put the coffee on her table, I tripped and spilled the coffee on her.
Ow, that's hot! Oh, no. Look at my pants and shirt.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Here's a wet cloth. I'll pay for the dry cleaning. Please let me pay for the dry cleaning.
Okay, I'm fine. I need to go home and change. I don't even know where a dry cleaner is.
Come back with your dirty clothes, and I'll show you where the dry cleaner is, and I'll pay. Well, she came back to the shop the next day with her clothes, and I walked with her to the nearest dry cleaners. And that was our first date. Well, to me, it was our first date. After that, we began to chat more. Because I had spilled coffee on her clothes, I was able to talk to her for a few minutes each day at the coffee shop and got to know her better. On my own, I saw all the Godzilla movies, got to like sushi, and even learned more about Japanese rock gardens. 2 months later, I asked her out on our first date. Shizuka, listen, do you want to go out some night for sushi?
Yes.
And that's how I really met my wife.